Hi, this is Frances Herdis. In which frequency do you go to sleep tonight? Just like I told my German-speaking friends in the live video just before this one, I will go to sleep soon because I had such a productive day. I don't know about you. You can comment here if you like, if you had such a wonderful day as well. And do you know the feeling when your body gets more and more tired and then you lay down to sleep, really relaxed, really happy with the day, and then you just drift off to sleep? Did you know that the moment right before you go to sleep is the most powerful moment where you can visualize your biggest goals? Have you ever tried it? A friend of mine just recently really inspired me to visualize. Visualize your biggest goal. Tonight, right before you go to sleep, just close your eyes and use this powerful moment to really feel into what you want to accomplish. What's your biggest goal right now? What would make you really, really happy? And what does that have to do with frequency? So the frequency, speaking of your emotions, of your thoughts, of your body frequency, the frequency you go to sleep with is the one you carry into your dreams and into your subconscious. So that moment right before you fall asleep, when you have your eyes closed and you are fully awake, and the next moment you relax and relax and relax, and then you're already asleep. That moment is where you can really have the best access to your subconscious. So when you're visualizing things, this is the most powerful moment. So before going to sleep, do you think about things to do tomorrow? Or do you think about things that went wrong today? Tonight, use this moment to visualize your biggest dreams and really visualize them vividly. Just visualize how it would feel if you had already accomplished it. Visualize what you would hear, what you would smell, and how the people would look at you, how the surroundings would look like, all those things. Just like the champions do, the athletes, they visualize very, very vividly because the brain cannot distinguish whether it's real or it's just imagined. The same neurons fire and are active when you visualize very vividly. And I give you a little help in that because I myself, I have to confess, for quite some time I thought, yeah, visualization, everyone says it, I should do it. And then I thought, I don't know if it works. And then a friend really inspired me a few days ago again. So it's really a wonderful feeling. It really makes you happy when you visualize your biggest goals. And a little help in that, when you think a lot about it, is the oil blend Magnify Your Purpose. Magnify Your Purpose, I think the name says it all. That's a wonderful oil blend you can use as a little fragrant helper. You can apply it on your spiritual heart. It's a nice little diffuser during the night because of your body warmth. It always goes up to your nose while you sleep. And you sleep in this fragrant flower bed. And it's a nice connection because when you smell a good fragrance, a good essential oil, a good flower, a good fresh herb, then it really connects to your limbic system right away. It helps you to release emotions, it helps you to anchor good feelings while you visualize. So what does that have to do with frequency? Just like I wrote in the question here, you carry a certain frequency. You probably experienced it in your everyday life when you had the feeling you got up on the wrong foot and everything afterwards kind of went wrong. You didn't get a parking space, or the things you planned didn't really work out well, and that's often because of your frequency. You know, the thoughts and the emotions you think, they have a certain frequency. For example, when you get angry, you have a certain little lower frequency. When you are ungrateful, you have a certain lower frequency. So right before going to sleep, using this powerful moment, you can raise your frequency, because just like thoughts and emotions like love and gratitude have really high frequencies. And each plant and each essential oil has a certain frequency to them as well. So many times it's a little bit higher than ourselves. There's different frequencies in the bodies and different frequencies to your emotions and thoughts. So by using, for example, Magnify Your Purpose, the oil blend, you can raise your frequency. Not just right before going to sleep, but in your everyday life. So you can have it right at your bed, for example, and then when you wake up, you immediately smell it and you immediately can raise your frequency. And then you probably feel more wellness in your life and more happiness in your life, because you raised your frequency. Many times in my workshops I give all around the world, people ask me, for example, with peppermint oil, so what's the difference? Instead of using a drop of peppermint oil, can I not just use the fresh peppermint herb, or can I make a peppermint tea? Would that have the same effect? Well, it has different effects, because you know, when you have 1 drop of peppermint oil on your hands, it's like 40 cups of peppermint tea, because it's distilled, it's really the essence. And therefore it also has a higher frequency, allowing you to raise your frequency. You know, there's many little things you can do. For example, listening to your favorite music when you wake up or before going to sleep. It raises your frequency when you feel really happy. So when you visualize your biggest goal tonight with Magnify Your Purpose, and you really get that happy and light feeling, you raise your frequency right before you go to sleep. And you probably have different dreams during the night, and you probably wake up differently in the morning. And that's the interesting thing about frequencies. You always attract the things that are on the same frequency like you are radiating. So by changing your thoughts and your emotions, and by using oils like Magnify Your Purpose, things that raise your frequency, you can really change the things you attract into your life. So just try it out. Maybe you already have a few experiences with this, like getting up on the wrong foot, or being like on a wave of success and happiness and everything goes right. That's a thing about frequency as well. And my recommendation for you is use the little helper Magnify Your Purpose. If you don't have it yet, you should really definitely smell it. I always enjoy it. I always anoint myself with that around bedtime and in the morning. And if you don't have it, just send me a message here in Messenger or an email to herdis@oetq.net, and I'll put you a drop on a nice flower card, and then you can have that card right beside your bed on the table there, and you always smell it. It always reminds you of the biggest goal you visualized tonight and the nights after, if it inspires you. And then you can really put your nose inside and just enjoy it. Magnify Your Purpose. It's really fun to use and I love it. I always anoint myself with that. So yeah, I invite you and I challenge you to visualize tonight before you go to sleep. Use Magnify Your Purpose, go into that happy feeling and raise your frequency with that. And if you like this inspiration, I also invite you to my English videos on inspiration and essential oils. You find them on livefragrantly.com. Alright, now I really go to sleep and wish you wonderful blessings. Have a good evening or start of the day wherever you are, and I'm happy to be live for you tomorrow again. Alright, see you tomorrow!